Hello everyone. So for today I thought we could make some Peekaboo Pockets. I know Shabby Dabby Doodah made these. I thought it'd be a nice fun idea. This is just a template to let me know how to make them basically, but I am going to do it a little bit differently. So I cut my papers in half. And then I'm going to make them a little shorter after I glue them together. So how about we work on gluing them quick and then we'll work on the other part when we're done. Now I am making sure I glue them opposite directions from each other, or whatever way I want them to be shown. Okay? This one I'm not really doing them opposite directions, but I'll show you with the next one. So just glue them together. I personally am not going to make a big deal out of the whiteness or anything at this point. I'm just gluing my pieces together. It's okay if they're uneven because, again, I'll be making them even. Isn't that going to be gorgeous? Just that. I think it will be. Again, I'm not being particular about how I glue them down necessarily too much because I know I'm going to be cutting them down. So, to size. So it doesn't become as big of an issue. Again, I thought this would be a little bit of fun, a play here and there. All right. Again, I'm going to be cutting them down. So not that big of a deal. Oops. Smacked my light in the process, but that's okay. All right. I'm going to cut this side down just a little bit. Make sure it's at 5 inches here. This way. We'll cut down this edge. Make this one at 4 1/4. Maybe? No. Maybe 4 1/2. How about 4 3/4? Just to make that a little evened looking. And then we'll take our edge here, put that down. So there we go. Got this all nicely cut. And And I'm thinking I want it folded over a little under, so I'm making it a little tiny bit under, but not like extreme under, like that. And then I'm going to rip to where I think it should be at, and then we'll rip on this side to where we think we should be at. And that makes our little spot, and I like having it double-sided because it adds the thickness to it, but also I like this part being covered. You don't have to do it my way. This is just the way I see it. Then I'm just taking my glue and gluing down the sides. Now, I mean, you could use the inside, like a book page for the inside portion. I just chose not to. That was my personal take on it. I didn't want to do it that way. I do not like this edge right here, so I'm just trimming it down to make it look better right there. And voila, we got our little pocket. And it's technically a pocket right here, and then a pocket in back. Just cute little pockets. Alright, let's go on to... my needle wants to run away from me. Alright, let's do the next few now in more of a mass make manner. I'm going to make it go to 5 here. And we'll just trim the bottom. And then this is going to be at 4 3/4. And then we're going to trim the top. And then I'm going to try to make this align to the best of my ability here. And I'm going to cut this part down. There we go. So we got another pocket going. And I haven't figured out where I want to trim this at, so we'll just go on with trimming these. 5. Let's cut this bottom. 4 3/4. Then I want to trim the top. I want this horse to be at the top. I'm gonna trim it down like that, because when we go to do this, I want that horse scene to be visible when we go to rip. So Four and 3/4. All right. Do we want it this way or, well, I guess we can't have it that way. This way must be it. All right. I'm just gonna trim this up to look a little bit more even. And we're done with our trimming. Now we're gonna get to our ripping the area. And again, I'm just ripping it to where I think it needs to be and then ripping it back this way. It don't have to be perfect. I think it looks cool having that grungy little look there. So that was the point of me doing this, was to give it a little bit of grunge. It don't have to be perfect. Again, I like this. It's just a simple little pocket. If you have your like scrapbooking paper, I think I have some scrapbooking paper I could probably use to do this, double-sided scrapbook paper. And I can show you how I would go about doing it with scrapbook paper too. Now, if you couldn't tell, I did not go off and distress these. I've learned, I forget. I'll be honest. I forget to distress some stuff. I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be perfect. So what I do is normally just grab one of my old book pages and I'll use that to create the little bit that I forgot right here. I'll do that with distress ink later. How about we go about using some scrapbook paper? Let's see if I have any sitting scrapbook paper here. I have this scrapbook paper, which I've had no clue what I'm going to use it on. It's Remnants Picture Perfect, and it says Paradise Beach on it. I have no idea what I'm going to use this on. So, first things first, I cut this part off. Because this I'll use for weaving later on. Not right now. Alright. So, we're going to cut this at, I think about 4.5 inches would be a good time or spot to cut it at. You want it between 4.5 and 5 inches. So, 4.5 inches works. There, and let's just do one more. And then I have this that will go into my scraps. Or I might just make it into a matchbook when we're done with this. Alright, I really like this. Don't really care for this part, but I can easily create Again, I'm just ripping. Don't have to be perfect. And because this is off, just by a tiny bit, there we go. So there we go. We got a cute little double pocket out of that one. Now this one, we're going to go this way. So it is going to be kind of backwards. Again, I like leaving a little indent here. You don't have to. That's just part of who I am. I think it helps us see where we're putting things. And helps provide to whomever is using the journals or whatnot that, hey, this is a pocket. So there we go. A nice cute little pocket in no time with scrapbook paper that's double-sided. Now you could also use old book page, and I'm just going to do a quick show of that too, just because why not? I think you seeing as many different ways as possible is a very good thing of how to make these, just because why not? So we're going to take two pages. So 1, 2. Ooh, these are like ripped really bad. All of them are ripped really bad. Okay. We'll take a different set of pages here. I haven't used this in a while. So here we go. We can use the one that's so this maybe has stamping all around it, but we can still use it. Not a problem. And I'll show you how. Because of how I make my pieces, we can glue this and we'll be just fine. No one's even going to see the part that I stamped on, honestly. And I am doing it the opposite direction. Okay. Now I'm going to rip. Let's take a full inch off this. Rip. And again, I'm just doing what I think works the best for this. Shoot. Except I over-ripped there. But that's okay. This is salvageable. Don't worry. Just because I know I'm using this as an example, I don't mind if this is ripped. And then what you do is glue both sides. And again, this is just a basic. All you've got to remember is make sure when you go to glue, they're in opposite directions. Again, I don't mind using this as a template for you. So, that's the many different types of papers and all that you can use to make these lovely pockets. I hope you enjoyed this video and have a great day or night. Bye.